If you're over 60, every bite you take, every habit you maintain, and every so-called healthy food you consume can directly influence your heart. But what if I told you that some of the vegetables you eat daily, yes, vegetables, could be doing the opposite? As a heart specialist, I've witnessed this far too often. Older adults walk into my clinic believing they're doing everything right, eating leafy greens, cutting back on sugar, steering clear of fried foods. Yet what they often don't realize is that certain vegetables, when prepared incorrectly or taken alongside medications, can quietly drive the heart toward failure. Some elevate your blood pressure, others disrupt essential medications, and some harbor bacteria your aging body may no longer be equipped to fight off. In this video, I'm urging seniors to avoid these 5 vegetables, or at least change how they're prepared. I'll walk you through each one, explain the risk, and offer safer, heart-smart alternatives. The upside? These dangers are completely preventable. You simply need to know what to watch out for and what to avoid. So please, stick with me, because the first vegetable on this list could already be in your refrigerator right now. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on notifications so you never miss another health insight tailored for you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let me know how I can improve this content for you. 1. Spinach. When heart medication loses its edge. Spinach, a leafy green long hailed as a superfood, and for many people, it truly is. But what if I told you that for those over 60, especially those on heart meds, spinach could secretly become a serious health risk? As a cardiac surgeon, I've treated too many patients who believed their diet was clean, only to learn it was undermining their life-saving treatment. Spinach is rich in vitamin K, a nutrient essential for blood clotting. But here's the catch. For people on blood thinners like warfarin, often prescribed after a heart attack, stroke, or for atrial fibrillation, too much vitamin K can reverse the very protection the drug provides. It thickens the blood, it weakens the medication. And the worst part? Most older adults don't even know this interaction is occurring. You feel fine, you assume your medication is working, yet silently your body is losing its defense against a deadly clot. I've treated patients who suffered strokes or dangerous clots, all because they added spinach smoothies or big salads to their daily routine without understanding the consequences. Spinach isn't the villain. Inconsistency is. If you're going to eat it, do so moderately and consistently, and always inform your doctor, especially when making changes to your diet. What you eat can strengthen your medication or sabotage it. The truth is, not every vegetable is heart healthy for everyone, and for some seniors, they can do more damage than a plate of fries if not handled carefully. So, if spinach can quietly overpower a prescription, what other safe vegetables might be stirring hidden trouble in your system? Let's move on to the next one. A household favorite that might already be in your fridge, yet holds more salt than a bag of chips. If you're still watching and find this valuable, type 1 in the comments so I know you're with me. Now, on to number 2. 2. Pickled cucumbers. The salty trap tightening around your heart. They're crisp, tangy, and the perfect companion to a sandwich. Pickled cucumbers seem harmless, even refreshing, but for those over 60, especially with high blood pressure or heart disease, this innocent snack might be more harmful than you think. Most people don't think twice about a few pickle slices, but here's the truth. These crunchy bites are soaked in brine, saturated with sodium, sometimes packing over 1,000 mg per serving. That's 2/3 of the daily salt limit for older adults in just a handful of pickles. Sodium isn't just seasoning, it retains water in your bloodstream, raises blood volume, and puts extra strain on your heart and arteries. Over time, this pressure leads to hypertension, stiffened arteries, and eventual heart failure. I've seen patients baffled by their persistent high blood pressure despite avoiding fried foods, exercising, and giving up alcohol. Yet they never thought the few pickles on their plate were silently sabotaging their progress. The danger with salt? It doesn't make a sound. There are no warnings until a stroke strikes, chest pain surfaces, Or you hear those dreaded words, congestive heart failure. Once you're over 60, your kidneys don't process salt as efficiently, and your arteries are more delicate. Pickles, canned goods, even healthy soups may harbor hidden sodium that slowly undoes all your effort. Home cooking, checking labels, and using herbs or lemon in place of salt can protect your heart far more than you realize. But salt isn't the only sneaky enemy in your kitchen. There's another vegetable that seems completely harmless until you learn it's fueling inflammation and quietly elevating your blood pressure one bite at a time. Let's talk about it. 3. Red chili peppers. The fiery spice dragging your heart into danger. For many seniors, food is more than fuel. It's memory, culture, and comfort. And nothing brings that alive quite like spice. A sprinkle of chili, a spicy stew, a burst of heat. It's tradition, flavor, passion. But what many fail to see is how this fiery vegetable may be igniting a slow burn within your chest. Red chili peppers, especially the more intense varieties, trigger a series of reactions in your body. They activate your nervous system, release adrenaline, and raise your heart rate. For younger, healthier bodies, this isn't a problem. But after 60, when arteries grow rigid and the heart becomes sensitive, this added stimulation can turn dangerous. I've had older patients report palpitations, chest pressure, or blood pressure spikes, often after a spicy meal. And still, they never suspect the pepper. The problem isn't just the heat, it's the stress it causes inside your body. Blood vessels constrict, pressure surges, and if you have heart disease or hypertension, a single spicy meal might push your heart into a dangerous rhythm or even trigger an attack. Over time, frequent consumption of hot chilies can spark chronic inflammation in your vascular system, weakening the very pathways your heart depends on to keep you alive. Now, I'm not saying you must live without flavor, but you don't need heat to make food exciting. Mild herbs, garlic, ginger, and citrus can elevate your meals without straining your heart. Listen to your body. The foods that comfort you shouldn't come at the cost of cardiovascular stress. And if spicy foods are causing harm quietly, what about something hailed for healing, but when eaten raw, becomes risky? The next one may surprise you. 4. Raw garlic. When nature's remedy turns on your heart, garlic has long held its place in natural medicine. For centuries, it's been celebrated for lowering cholesterol, thinning the blood, and promoting heart wellness. Many older adults trust it deeply, adding raw cloves to meals or even swallowing them whole like pills. And while garlic can be a potent ally, its power, if misused, can quietly become harmful. What many people fail to understand is that raw garlic acts as a powerful blood thinner, and when taken alongside certain heart medications, especially anticoagulants like warfarin or aspirin, it can dangerously intensify their effects. This can lead to excessively thin blood, raising the risk of internal bleeding, unexplained bruises, and in some cases, life-threatening hemorrhages. I've treated individuals with persistent nosebleeds, black stools, or sudden blood pressure drops, all while believing they were making a healthy choice with garlic. But the concern isn't only bleeding. Consuming large amounts of raw garlic can sharply lower blood pressure. For those already on hypertension meds, this may trigger dizziness, fatigue, or even fainting. At a certain threshold, the heart stops receiving adequate blood supply, and that's when real damage sets in. The most frustrating part? You feel like you're doing everything right. You're not eating poorly. You're not being reckless. You're simply placing trust in a natural remedy praised for generations. But the reality is that even natural foods have boundaries, and past age 60, your body responds differently to both food and medicine. Good health choices stem not only from tradition, but from knowledge. If you love garlic, enjoy it cooked and in moderation, but always consult your doctor before turning it into a daily habit. Now, if raw garlic can silently pose such risks, what about something even more common? Something crisp, fresh, often eaten raw, yet possibly hiding an invisible danger? What's concealed within that innocent sprout? Let's take a closer look. 5. Raw sprouts, the innocent crunch that could break a senior's heart. They appear vibrant, fresh, full of life. Sprouts like alfalfa, bean, or mung are often hailed as superfoods for their crunch, enzymes, and clean energy. To many health-conscious seniors, tossing a handful into a sandwich or salad seems like the right move. But beneath their fragile exterior lies a danger that can quietly jeopardize your heart and overall health. Sprouts thrive in warm, moist environments, ideal breeding grounds for bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria. While younger adults may overcome foodborne illnesses with some discomfort, seniors face much greater risks of serious outcomes. As we grow older, our immune systems weaken and the body becomes less efficient at fending off infections. What begins as mild stomach pain can escalate into sepsis, dehydration, or a dangerous heart-lining infection called endocarditis. From my experience with older patients suffering from heart conditions, I've seen how even a single contaminated sprout led to hospital stays, irregular heartbeats, or worsening heart failure. The heart can't recover when the body is battling infection, and often these infections remain undetected until it's too late. The irony is painful. You try to eat green, fresh, clean, only to be harmed by the very foods meant to nourish you. That's why raw sprouts must never be underestimated. If you do choose to eat them, cook them first. A quick steam or sauté destroys harmful bacteria while keeping flavor and nutrition intact. In your heart health journey, it's not just about what you eat, it's about how you eat it and how your body can handle it now, not 20 years ago. And if sprouts carry that much risk, what about vegetables that seem harmless on their own but become dangerous when mixed with common heart meds? One of them may be on your plate tonight. So, what should seniors eat to genuinely safeguard their heart? After learning which vegetables could quietly harm your heart, you may wonder, what can I eat? What foods actually support and strengthen my heart after 60? The answer doesn't lie in trendy diets or miracle foods. It lies in real, whole vegetables that support your heart's changing needs. Foods that fight inflammation, balance blood pressure, nourish arteries, and work with, not against, your medications. Steamed broccoli, gently roasted carrots, sautéed kale, sweet potatoes, cooked tomatoes, and heart-loving legumes like lentils and green beans are all great options. These foods are rich in antioxidants, potassium, fiber, and plant compounds that shield your arteries and ease the heart's workload. Unlike raw sprouts or salty pickles, they're gentle on your system, easy to digest, and support stable blood sugar and pressure levels. After 60, your heart doesn't crave extreme diets. It craves stability, balance, and foods that love you back. I've seen patients radically improve their heart health, not just through medication, but by creating simple, nourishing meals. A cup of lightly steamed greens, a roasted root vegetable, a bowl of lentil soup. These small, consistent choices can undo years of silent wear. And if you're afraid healthy food means bland food, think again. Herbs like rosemary, turmeric, garlic in moderation, and a splash of lemon add flavor without stress. Food should nurture your body and your spirit. But now that you know what to eat, there's one more thing you need to address, because even the best vegetables can't help a heart sabotaged by one small deadly habit. Let's discuss that next. A heart that still has time. Your heart has been faithfully beating since the day you were born, over 2 billion beats by the time you turn 60. It's never asked for anything in return, but now it's asking for your care. Aging isn't about giving up. It's about growing wiser, and wisdom means understanding that what once worked for your body may now do harm. The vegetables that once healed you may now hurt you if eaten in the wrong way, at the wrong time, or with the wrong medications. But here's the hopeful truth. It's not too late. The damage isn't permanent. Every change you make today, what you eat, what you avoid, how you move, how you rest, can start to reverse years of hidden damage. I've witnessed it firsthand. Seniors once breathless, tired, and disheartened return with stronger pulses, sharper minds, and lighter steps, not through extremes, but through mindfulness, through listening, through better choices, one day at a time. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. Your heart still has time, still has strength, and still has love to give to you, your family, and the life you've worked hard to build. So, begin today. Revisit your plate, re-examine your habits, reclaim your vitality, because your next heartbeat is a gift, and it's yours to protect. These lessons are here to inspire you to live deeply and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect. Share one insight you've gained and plan to apply in your life. Let's encourage one another as we embrace this path. If this video resonated, comment with 1. If not, feel free to say 0. Your feedback matters. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more wisdom like this. Thanks for watching, and here's to living a life true to you.